So I didn't get a chance to tell you guys part 2 of my travel story. I only told you part 1. What got me to miss my flight on Friday. So once Puddin' readies up a ship, there you go. We'll get started. Gather around the fire, everyone. It's time for part 2 of our story.
Good, because I've been waiting for this part.
Have you?
Well,
Have you?
after the message I got on Discord and then never got a response, yeah.
What was the message? See, now I'm not getting a response. Oh, the one that said I have stories? Yeah.
No, the one that said we were just taken off the plane.
Oh, yeah. And then I have stories. But first, I need to refill my water bottle. Or my water. So, I'm gonna start the story with pouring a small bottle of water that I got from the plane ride over.
Small bottle of water.
Yeah.
I hate to see what their large bottles look like.
So, the flight attendant asked me if I wanted some water before we took off. I said, sure, I'll take some water. Gives me this. 1.5 liter.
She didn't want to have to come back and help you again.
And then he asks if I drink alcohol.
Oh shit.
So I will start. That's the hook for the story, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, God.
Seth will be right back after these following messages.
Oh, I should run an ad. So anyways. So, let's move into yesterday. I already told you guys about that really nice lady who was working that I gave my transportation pass to, who then I got it back from after my flight got canceled on Friday, just as she's walking off the job, literally walking off the job. So next up, it's Saturday. I had the opportunity to go on the Constitution, which was fantastic. I've been on the Constitution once before, but she was in dry dock under repairs. So to be able to visit her and to walk around on her deck and then go under, because we couldn't do that before. You couldn't go under her deck. You could only just go on the top side. So that was really cool to be able to do that. And so I did that, and then I went on the, what was the Cassin Young, I think is the destroyer. There. That's next to the Constitution, so I got to go on. That was my first ever Fletcher class destroyer visit, so that was exciting for me. And then thought about going into the north side to grab a pastry, but I just didn't have time. I wanted to get back to the airport because I'm like, you know, I don't want to miss my flight. Fun story about that. What's up, Red Wing? Good to see you again. So, get to the airport. Flight is a 3:50 p.m. flight. So I'm at the airport, and we get we all board the plane. Everything's good, no problems whatsoever. Telling the guy next to me, he's going to Chicago too, of course, and you know I was on the previous day, and the flight was canceled and all that and stuff. He's like, "Oh crap," and I'm like, "Yeah, be glad you didn't fly yesterday." And it was right about then that the captain came on the overhead speaker and said, "Guys, I need to inform you of an unfortunate situation at Chicago. Chicago is currently on a ground stop, and we are being told we cannot take off, and we will get an update from operations in about 40 minutes. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what a ground stop means, you heard M Captain groan for a second there. A ground stop basically means that... What?
So Putty keeps on shooting me.
Oh.
Sorry, you were saying.
So a ground stop means that there is no activity on the ground allowed. It's usually because of severe weather, and or lightning especially within the area. O'Hare is a major stickler for ground stops. If lightning is detected within, I think it's 10 miles even, they will call a ground stop.
So, underneath new regulations by the FAA, it's now 20 miles from the airport. They will shut down the airport. Also, a ground stop, you can be forced. It can be forced when Air Force One makes a landing at an airport.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just
Weather.
It's not just weather related. It's also VIP related.
Right.
Because I had that happen to me when I was in Minneapolis, heading to Orlando, and I was not happy.
Yeah.
Because my flight from Winnipeg into Minneapolis was late, and they were saying that they're going to try to put my bag on the next one because they lost the tag for the bag.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't put it on because of that ground stuff. But anyways, you were saying.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get this guy to set it as a smoke screen. Because if he doesn't, I'm just gonna die. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna die. Oh, now he sets the smoke screen. Good. Good idea. After I've already turned away and opened fire, because I'm detected, so that smoke screen will protect you. Prevent us from seeing anybody. GG. So, anyway... Oh, no. No, 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 no. You're gonna back up? You're gonna back up. So, anyways... So they say there's a ground stop at O'Hare, so, you know, you gotta wait. They said you gotta wait about 40 minutes. We'll update everybody within 40 minutes about what's going on. Alright. About 30 minutes later, the captain comes on and says, bad news, O'Hare has extended the ground stop. Now, this is after I had looked at the weather, and there were storms in the area, but they were moving away. So at a certain point, the storms were going to end, right? So, you know, he said, the ground stop's been extended, and now we're being told that we will not have another update for at least an hour. So, we need everybody to get off the plane. Because now they can't keep passengers on the plane for more than, I think it's an hour or something along those lines.
Hour and 10 minutes up here in Canada. In the States, as I remember, it's 50 minutes. It's a 50-minute rule.
Yeah, it's called the Passenger Bill of Rights or whatever, essentially. And that's after that United flight that had people trapped for like 6 hours. So, we're not going to win this game.
Yeah.
Oh well. Yes, this was yesterday, Dzank. And I heard that it was some really bad flooding. And some really bad storms and stuff. I was checking with the wife and asking her what's going on. And she said that she had some real bad weather, so... So anyway, so we all get off the plane.
Jimmy's behind the Yamato.
Behind the... What?
Yeah, I mean, or the,
What Yamato? Where's the Yamato?
Yeah, yeah.
Thunderer, my bad.
Crap. Alright, well, I just derped out of my smoke because I was confused. There he is. So, we all get off the plane, and the big thing for me is, you know, I've got a flight tomorrow to see my dad in Phoenix, right? So, like, if this flight gets canceled yesterday, and I'm told that I can only fly out on Sunday, well, okay, now I've only really got that one chance to get that flight, right? And then what do? I guess I have to cancel my flight to Phoenix, which I, of course, really don't want to do. So, I'm talking to anybody that I can. I go down to the service counter. I say, hey, you know, what's going on? The first thing I did was I asked the gate agents, and I said, hey, is there a risk of timing out here? Because the reason my flight got canceled from JFK to Chicago on Friday was because of bad weather in Chicago. It caused a ground stop that timed out the crew in JFK. All right, so I asked him, I said, hey, does that mean that I'm at risk of, is this flight at risk of timing out? For you guys that don't understand what that means, timing out is essentially the crew or the pilot or both cannot continue because they have basically been working for too much time. And I don't remember the exact amount. Captain, you probably do.
I do, but I have to look it up just to be safe. Just better be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Because Canadian air regulations just changed our flight duty time.
So, basically, is it 16? It's 12? Regardless of this...
It's 12 hours if ever it's domestic, 16 if ever it's international.
Okay.
For U.S., as I remember what it was before the change.
Firing?
So, basically... so I asked the first thing, I said, are these guys at risk of timing out? Because if they are, I need to find another flight, right? Like, this is not going to be good. So they said, no, the crew is fresh. They actually rotated the captain out, or it was the first officer, one of the two, who had been flying that day. But everybody else had not flown yet. It was the first flight of the day. So I was told there's a very low risk of timeout for the flight, which is good, right? Because that is something that can cause you to lose the flight, along with bad weather, of course. Not enough fuel is a problem. So, anyways, so told nope, there's little to no risk of timing out. Good. I said, just in case, went down a service place. Just in case, I need to know what is the contingency. So let's say the flight does get canceled. I need another flight. What's the first flight out that you guys have? And that was a 6:45 a.m. flight this morning on JetBlue direct. I said, okay, well, in the event that I have to take that flight, how many seats are left on it? There were exactly 6 seats left on that flight. 6. So I'm like, well, that's great. So now I'm thinking to myself, all right, so if the flight gets canceled, I have to run and beat everybody else to this place. And oh, I should have mentioned it earlier. While all that is going down, there just happens to be a 19-year-old exchange student from the Dominican Republic that I'm trying to help as well. So he's like super panicking and trying to figure out like what to do, what's going on, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, dude, I got to deal with myself. Like, I'll be with you in a little bit, but So, yeah, famous last words, little risk of timing out, right, Dutch? So, I explained the situation to the gate agents, and they were very nice and helpful about the situation and said, if something does come down, we'll make sure to reach out to you and let you know and all that kind of stuff. And so that was good, I appreciated that. So, about 30 minutes later, I'm talking to them, and they said that they got the okay. They think they're going to get the okay to start boarding the flight. They just have to, wait a little bit longer. So don't jinx it, all that good stuff. Said okay. So just waiting, and managed to get on the flight. Meanwhile, the other gate agent asked me. He said we were talking about COVID and changes because of COVID and all that kind of stuff, and I was talking about what United's doing for in-flight refreshments and snacks and all that, and then I was talking about what JetBlue is doing because they actually had more choices and they give out snacks and stuff and drinks and stuff. And he goes, oh yeah, we're actually starting to resume meal service too, not meal wine and spirits. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, if you want, I'll make sure to get you hooked up on the plane. I'm like, okay.
Yes. Please.
Yes. So he told me his friend was the flight attendant on there, and he would let him know. And he said, "Where are you sitting?" So I told him where my seat was, and told my name. And so I get on the plane. That flight attendant makes eye contact with me. says, "Are you thirsty? Would you like some water?" I said, "Sure, I'll take some water." And he drops this off for me, and on the and then he goes to, he says, "Do you drink alcohol?" I'm like, "Yeah." he said, "Well," I said to him, "We'll talk later." So that gets us caught up to that part of it. But you know the flight's going to be pretty epic if you're starting with a 1.5 liter bottle of water.
Oh yeah, I love those types of flight attendants that just give you the entire like an entire bottle or
Yep.
something from the little snack shop they give you. Oh my goodness, I used to fly on one route, the Montreal Fort Lauderdale with Air Canada, and every single time that I fly with the flight attendants always gave me and my mother like a full bottle of water and what was it? And the mac and cheese plate that they have in Air Canada, and I gotta say, it's actually pretty decent. It's a pretty decent dish. But yeah, that's my my little sneak.
I don't know why I'm captain, but it doesn't shock me that you would get excited over macaroni and cheese.
Gunny B, thank you for the follow.
We don't really expect it. That's the thing. Although we do have Starline Skulls, which I think like.
He was like, "Do you guys have chicken nuggies too?"
What my chicken nuggies?
So anyway, so we take off. We get up in the air, and they start doing the snack and drink service, and they go through. And unfortunately, I'm sitting on the other part of the plane from this. So it's a smaller plane. It was a very old A3 320, and so there's two flight attendants, and she's got the front and he's got the back. So he goes, he does the service, and he comes up to me, and he's like, "Do you drink champagne?" "Yeah, I'll drink champagne, sure, why not?" So he comes by, just plops a bottle down, and then a few minutes later, throws down another bottle.
Oh, God.
All right, this is gonna be good.
Yes.
So he asked me, he's like, "Is there anything else that you want?" And I'm like, "Dude, what do you mean anything else? You've already given me all this, like."
Can I have my chicken nuggies now?
No. So I told, I asked him, I said, "Do you have any reds? Because I don't really drink whites. I don't like drinking white too much. It's too sweet. You can't just down it. I don't know." And he's like, "I'm sorry, we don't have any reds." He's like, but I can give you orange juice and you can make mimosas out of it. I'm like, yes. So he goes and he brings 2 full cans of orange juice, just plops them down. I've got a great picture of my tray with the cup and 2 bottles of champagne and 2 cans of orange juice just sitting there on my tray. And gives me that, and I'm just drinking it up, having fun. I got a question though. What type of champagne? What year of champagne was it? God, I kept the bottles because souvenir. I took a picture of it. I don't know. I'd have to look downstairs to see if there's a year on it.
Okay.
But, I mean, what do I care, He just gave it to me, so it's like, all right. So I went...
Champagne's free champagne, right?
Yeah, well...
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they charged like $8 to somebody like 3 seats up that wanted a beer. Just... The guy sitting next to me is looking at me, he's like, "What the hell?" Like, people are walking past to use the bathroom, and they're looking at my tray. They're, like...
I bet you they're thinking, "Look at Moneybags over here with 2 champagne bottles and a full,
right?
And 2 full canisters of..."
So...
Oh my giddy odds.
So I go
by. I'm going, "Who's this asshole?"
Yeah.
Right? So how did he get this, and why didn't I get any of it? What is this Kleber doing? Oh my god. So anyway, so I figured I should be nice and go and hang out with the guy for a bit and just thank him for everything, you know, because he was a cool dude and all that. And I'm sitting there talking, and he's like, do you want anything else? I'm like, well, I guess. And he's like, he's like, we don't have any more alcohol because they didn't, you know, they didn't fully load the flight prior to departure or whatever. He's like, so I don't have that much more alcohol, but I can give you a Pepsi. So he gave me a couple cans of Pepsi, and he's like, are you hungry? I'm like, not really, but okay. So he gives me 3 bags of Cheez-Its, and then pulls in, reaches into this other cabinet, and just starts yanking out those, these like oatmeal kind of granola bar things. And I'm just like, all right, you know, like, I brought him home. I'm like, here, honey, you got snacks for tomorrow, or Monday for our flight, our next flight. Was he trying to seduce me or something? He's just, he was.
I'm sure this guy likes you.
I think I know why this because they do this with ground crew as well. Like this, you know, stuff except alcohol. But it's typically what happens with the last run of the day for the flight. Well, for the jets, so they usually just hand everything to absolutely anybody.
Chris Valla wasn't the Fabletics.
Are you wearing your Fabletic shorts?
No, I wasn't. I was wearing I was wearing shorts that convert to pants because you just never know if you're going to be too hot or too cold on the flight. And I was wearing my community contributor shirt, and I had my Warships face mask on. But
He wanted you to be his captain.
It was fun. It was fun. We talked for a long time. I actually have his phone number. We were texting a bit. I'm friends with him on Facebook now. What, dude? I told him, I'm like, if you're ever in Chicago, you let me know. I'll take you on a walking tour because he's never been in the city.
Oh wow!
So I said, you know, I'll take you on one of my famous walking tours.
It was consists of a lot of ships.
I'm gonna die when he tries to kiss you goodnight.
Oh God, no. But that was cool. It was. I never thought I'd have a flight like that, and you know, it was cool. And I might die here because my engine got knocked off. Oh well. Come on, get out of radar range. There we go. Where did I go?
Nobody knows. Oh, it's...
He's using radar right now.
Ah. That's unfortunate for everybody else, but I'm fine, thank you. And because of the turret layout, it's pretty easy to just sit here and kite away. Nope, Elbing does not have a heel. And remember, I said this at the top of the stream, but I can show you guys Elbing because it is not under embargo anymore. So I'm showing this to you as a community contributor, not as anything related to testing, and I cannot and will not say anything about my experience playing the ship as a tester. I'm only talking about my experience as a community contributor on stream. So just to make sure that's all in the clear there. And I do have permission from Wargaming to do this and talk about it like that, so. Yeah, not want based on my lack of win rate. She's not a destroyer that plays like other destroyers. You know, you're very team dependent. You saw I had the chance to go to B. I chose not to because if I went to B, that Smolensk would have just murdered me. And I might have been able to AP him to death before I died, but probably not. So there you go. M Captain is pink. Now,
yeah,
Sounds about right.
Dutch, I can only comment about changes that have been publicized. So I believe that Warships is pretty good about Wargaming is pretty good about posting on the dev blogs when they are changing ships. But I cannot talk about how I felt the ship performed, if that change was justified, that
Any
sort of
week
thing.
you want to hit W there, I'm Captain.
Nah, I'm just pulling back because the Holland's right there. And there's the storage.
And look at that choo-choo lemming train. All aboard.
You need to get like this high-pitched cheer lemming train. Whenever that happens.
I used to have a train whistle, one of those wooden, you know, you blow into it, makes the doo-doo.
Oh jeez. I used to work at a train station, so that is the last thing I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
They sold those.
I say that is best right this way, Mr. Ambassador. Well, I mean, it speaks to why it's important to be nice to people. Like, I didn't get upset. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't, you know, harass them or anything like that. I was always there to try to help out. Matter of fact, I helped them run back and forth and check on a couple of gates because they wanted to make sure when it was time for the flight to board that everybody knew. So, you know, they asked me just to go around and make sure that the other gates nearby had been announcing that they were going to board the flight, because they boarded the flight before that 1 hour time. So, you know, like, you be nice, you do nice things, and you get rewarded for it.
A minute left in your battle.
I see that. I gave the lady that you know, that pass. I helped that kid out that was going to Chicago from the Dominican. I did kind of ditch him once I got on the ground, but you know. You have a Z31 replay for points? Yeah, go ahead and put it in analysis Discord channel, Cthulhu. That's fine. Depending on timing, we might just skip the Zap Chat portion, or we might just make it a very brief 1 hour or something.
Well, sir, I am out of here. I am going to in search of bison tri-tip.
What?
I'm gonna go get some bison tri-tip to make in my smoker.
Okay, I thought you said Vice, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
you
I've
know.
heard as well.
No bison, sorry. I might still be a little drunk from last night. Who knows?
We'll sit on Monty. I'm out.
Anyways, I will catch up with you about everything later, Zach.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Bye.
See ya. Yeah, there's more. There's more to the story, but I don't want to get that guy fired. He was awesome. Battle's ready, 61 units placed. Excelente. Okay, okay. Oh, I don't want to move forward. Still located, so the Holland is still nearby.
Those our torpedoes are already out for button.
Yeah, that's true. You know what I could always do? I could always just do a couple of luck chucks. Smoke is ending in 10 seconds.
Would you suggest putting RPF on Elbing? Or Elbing, or whatever?
Elbing? So, the thing about Elbing is, like, she's such a gun-oriented destroyer that you really want to put everything you can into guns, so there's just not enough room. You know, to fit that in on the build, at least in my opinion. We could try it, but what am I'm gonna drop either. I guess I could drop Fearless Brawler for it, because Fearless Brawler doesn't seem to be helping much. I mean, it's nice to get that buff to your reload, but I guess it doesn't really matter much if I'm just constantly you know, getting not much out of it. I have to smoke and all that, so. Alright, Cthulhu, I see the replay. Stevie got up. Why did you get up, Stevie? Do you want some water?
Open water gunboating in a Smolensk.
Hmm. Fearless Brawler feels like it would work best on destroyer lines that lack smoke. That's true, Sharky. You just paid him not to cover at his convenience? Oh, okay. No worries, Cthulhu. I mean, so what I'm probably going to do, because I'm traveling and because of yesterday, my original plan was yesterday I was going to make all of the cover images and do all that stuff for the YouTube from the previous stream. So because of yesterday's craziness, what I'm probably going to end up doing is I think I'm going to make a just a generic like cover screen and then do something with that. So let's see, why did I get detected there? I waited until I was low enough. Oh well. Stevie has left, possibly in search for food again. Ah, there we go. Montana going broad. I'll take it. When does my flight leave tomorrow? Early. So I have to get up at like 4 a.m. Cool, I'm being called a classic moron in chat. That's always cool to see. Nothing like getting up at the, yeah, butt crack of dawn. Yes. Rude. Good. Screenshot of me eating. Oh my god. Deadliest. It's just a game. Why do you have to be mad?
Why you have to be mad?
Keep turning, Monty. Keep turning. Minute and a half till we lose. Monty is looking in my direction. Oh, time extension. Cool. Monty is firing randomly, so I'll go ahead and open up now. Wow, the enemy team won with an AFK Vermont. That's cute. Yeah, Elbing is very much Tashkent. Very much.
Who do they have on their team?
Who do they have on their team?
Right. Oh.
Look, I died. Kitten Nuggets. KSF Division.
KSF frags.
Don't miss the 0 Dark 30 wake-ups. Yeah, that's no fun. That's no bueno. Well, we're all dead, so we just have to wait 40 seconds and we can... Oh, let's switch over to Stream Raiders because we have the time now. 30-second ad and Stream Raiders while we ready up our next battle. Here we go. Victory! You know what, guys? I think I might just do speedrun and ranked at this point.
Can't we do ops for the combat? missions?
Oh yeah, that's true. We could do ops, and I could play Issei. Let's do that. I left the div, so whoever's commander is bring me back in. And if anybody else wants to join in for ops, we could definitely do that. Let's get out of this. This is getting kind of tedious.
Oh, I'm commander. For some reason.
Alright, so this was... Wow, that was a quick battle.
I sent you a div invite.
Alright.
Buddy, do you want to get in on ops?
Just follow.
Only if you guys need somebody.
Let's go to the 2-star.
I'll make you commander, Zaf, so that
Okay.
you can invite people.
Sounds good. What do we have here? Dino Riders. Primal Goblins. I like my archer. I'll build... Actually, no. This is a 2-star. This is pretty easy, so... I'll just throw a flag bearer down. Because that's fun. Alright, if anybody else would like to join for some operations at tier 6, we'll try to bang out the rest of our stuff here. With the Issei! No signals. Stock ammo is fine. I don't care. What is... It's Raptor Rescue today. Okay. Filet Bay's in. Cool. McDonald's. Booting up Dutch. Cool. Send me a message in game once you're in and ready to go. There's Felipe. Everybody's booting up the game at the same time. Lol. Sharky. Cool. Let's get this going. Do I not have you on my contacts list? I guess I thought I do. Whatever.
And make sure to switch over the ops.
I did.
It says random battles for me still.
Yeah, I know. Let me try switching it back to random. And then back to... op. Crap. We're gonna reform the div.
Okay.
Let's do that. Because it's totally borked. Game's like, I don't want you to have fun.
Dismiss it. Sending you a message again.
I already opened that up, so you don't need to worry about that.
It's okay, there we go.
Yep. Now it's showing up properly. There we go.
Hey.
Hey! Alright. Libe. Deadliest. I got deadliest. Okay. Anybody else?
Button?
No, button said only if needed. We don't...
Oh,
We'll be fine. It's the op of the week, so we should be okay.
okay. I thought we were doing a different one.
I mean, we could do Aegis. Aegis is the easiest one to do. But not with 5. Is anybody else coming? I thought Sharky said he's coming in. Sharky, if you are in, send me a message if you can. I'll try to find you, but it's easier just to send a message. Oh my god, it actually came through. Normally, you put the in-game name in and you just sit and watch as it like can't find you. Can you torp cap with Issei planes? That's a good question. I don't think I've ever tried. I've never tried that for sure. Do not know. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Oh, wait, we gotta wait for Sharky to pick a ship. Alright, let's go.